will be taking photos. And by allowing your photo to be taken, you are also allowing the university to use your photo in their publications for promotion of the university. So don't be surprised in the publication of the university when you see yourself appearing there. So that's the disclaimer that we want to put across. And I want to repeat the statement, ladies in particular. If you are wearing high heels, and most of you are wearing high heels, I can see, please walk. Okay, we don't want to have any casualties here. Thank you very much. We'll let you know as soon as the procession enters the hall. Thank you. And then now the photographers, I want to explain to you how they will be taking photos. Over to you, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you would just allow me to brief you with the procedure that you need to follow with regards to the photographs. Every graduate needs to bring one of these yellow cards to the stage. This will be taken in from you on your way approaching the stage, and also do bring your name card with you as was issued by the institution. And then lastly, but definitely not least, your qualifying hood, as Anthony is demonstrating on my left. Today's qualifying hood will of course go on your left-hand side forearm as you approach the stage, because you'll be banded or hooded by the registrar at the end. Kindly do proceed forward. You'll just approach here with this ticket, which you'll then provide to your Dean of your faculty, awaiting you at this podium. And then there's two stickers on the floors. One is here and the other one is at the banding box. Please place your left foot on that sticker that's marked. You see there's a little light stripe on a darker stripe. That's going to put you in position for this first photograph. It's not a video that's taken of you, it's a still photograph, which means if you're off that point, there's going to be some cutting. I don't know what happens now, but it hurts my ears. Then after the first photograph is taken, you proceed to the Vice Chancellor or the Chancellor's chair, where some formalities would happen there. I would believe that you're going to be conferred on your qualification, and then afterwards you'll leave to the registrar or the box where you'll hand your hood over to your registrar, and then again find that other piece of sticker, place your left foot on it. That's going to place you off center with the registrar. It's done so with intent. And then wait for the hood to move over your face. The moment that it moves past your chin would be that exact time that that second photograph is taken. After that, please leave the stage, make a sharp turn to your right. Oi, am I speaking to, what am I doing wrong? You make a sharp turn to your right and you'll go back into the foyer behind us. A head and shoulders portrait will be taken, and then you'll move to the last table on my left-hand side again. You'll receive your qualification in paper form, and then please return back to your respective seats. This set of photographs are taken of every graduate crossing. However, if you want to have it sent to you either by email or printed format, then you need to make an order, and you can make orders afterwards, after the function is officially stopped. Outside, we are clearly marked, and you're also welcome to take your family members with to take photographs with them.
Graduands and diplomats, I forgot something very important. Today you have come for that qualification. I see some of you have your other hoods. When you go on stage, don't put on any hood for a previous qualification. You have come for qualification A. So no any other hood when you go on stage. You can put it on thereafter. Like you know the people in front of, they don't have any hoods with them. And there are many more. But you just have one in your hand. So don't put it on. You can put it on when you are off stage. Thank you.
Yes, I did. When coach starts, that means after seeing scholarship on
By virtue of the authority vested in me in terms of Section 26(1) of the Higher Education Act, Act number 101 of 1997, as amended, I constitute this gathering as a lawful congregation of the Sefako Mahato Health Sciences University. Please remain standing as we observe a moment of silent prayer and meditation. Thank you. Please be seated.
Chancellor of the University, Mr. Tito Mboweni, Mercy Zani, Deputy Chair of Council, and members of Council who are present here today, Mr. David Mahlobo, Deputy Minister, Water and Sanitation, members of the Executive and Senior Management Committee, deans of schools, members of Senate, academic and administrative staff, parents and guardians, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you and welcome to this inaugural spring graduation ceremony of the university. My name is Professor Peter Mbati, the Vice Chancellor of Sefako Mahato Health Sciences University. Please allow me to first congratulate our Chancellor, Mr. Tito Mboweni, who is officiating this ceremony for the first time after his appointment by the University Council in May 2024. Mr. Chancellor, we're extremely pleased to have you here, and we look forward to working closely with you for the singular benefit of this institution. To our graduandi and diplomandi, congratulations for all the hard work that you've put in, your dedication and focus, particularly on this academic journey that you have completed. The important day has finally arrived. For this ceremony, we will be graduating a total of 98 qualifiers, including 24 undergraduate degrees, 4 honors degrees, 59 master's degrees, and 7 doctoral degrees. These figures for a spring graduation are a vivid demonstration that SMU is contributing significantly to the human resource development needs of our country and the SADC region. Mr. Chancellor, please allow me to acknowledge and appreciate the role that the Council and management of this university has played in the past 5 years or so to reposition SMU as a university of choice. We have seen remarkable growth in our research outputs with a commitment towards innovation and commercialization. There has been an accelerated focus on the delivery of new infrastructure projects and simultaneously attending to long-standing challenges of backlog maintenance, including the beautification of our campus gardens and landscaping. We continue to face challenges with contractors delivering projects on budget and on time, and in this regard, various interventions to manage this risk have been put in place. Something to be proud of is that the overall performance of the university in the last 5 years has been excellent as measured by various indicators. We've moved up several ranks in both national and global rankings. Our numbers of cum laudes in these graduation ceremonies, as witnessed, has doubled from 42 per year to 84 per year. Whilst in 2020 we only achieved 52% of our performance targets, the latest data from our audited annual report shows that we now achieve 84% of the targets that we've contracted with the minister in the Department of Higher Education and Training. The Chancellor, obviously, if that was an academic achievement, it would have been a cum laude also. This is a performance that we can all be proud about as it reflects the unity of purpose and dedicated focus in the academic core business of a higher education institution by all stakeholders. And Chancellor, I take this opportunity to thank successive leadership of organized labor and student leadership who have contributed significantly to the stability of this university, which has been important for the exponential growth of our academic project. The future is indeed bright for SMU. Mr. Chancellor, we are working extremely hard to ensure that with dwindling government funding, that the university will continue to be a going concern. We have done this by implementing a raft of strategies collectively known as the SMU New Business Model. Mr. Chancellor, the university is hosting this spring graduation ceremony event in the context of many developments in our country and the world over, which are worth reflecting on. The formation of a government of national unity after the May 2024 national and provincial elections has injected a renewed sense of hope and confidence in our people. We hope and trust that this government will prioritize the implementation of a development agenda that is anchored on reducing poverty, unemployment, and inequality. It is also our fervent wish that this new government will speedily tackle corruption and greed, both in the public and private sector, with a renewed zeal and vigor. Mr. Chancellor, I should add that corruption and greed have robbed the majority of our people of the fruits of freedom promised to them in 1994. The National Health Insurance Act, Act 20 of 2023, which seeks to achieve universal access to quality health care services in South Africa, has been challenged in our courts. And some sections of this act have been struck down as unconstitutional. Again, we call upon the lawmakers and government to address these weaknesses with extreme urgency, with a view to ensuring that universal access to quality health care is achieved for our people. The role of a NSFAS in promoting wider access to higher education by the poor and the working class children cannot be overemphasized. We therefore hope that this important entity will be reformed with the requisite urgency to live up to its developmental mandate. It should be noted that the future of public higher education system depends on a well-funding NSFAS and similarly an adequately funded university. The Israeli-Palestine war has resulted in the killing and displacement of ordinary citizens in Palestine and the holding to hostage of Israeli citizens by Hamas. The university system in Palestine has been destroyed to the ground. Professors and scholars have been killed, and those who have survived have opted to leave the country. The humanitarian crisis in Palestine has reached alarming proportions. The healthcare system in Palestine has been destroyed. Countless children have been killed, and many more have been injured and or crippled. The Senate of this university has had a discussion on this matter, and further deliberations are anticipated in the near future. The Russian-Ukrainian war has resulted in wanton destruction of property, and ordinary citizens have been killed and or displaced. The impact of the Russia-Ukrainian war has been felt across the African continent through trade and disruptions. Commodity price increases and tighter financial conditions. The silencing of guns and war machines in Russia and Ukraine is in the best interest of our continent and the people of the world. With these few words, once again, congratulations to our graduandi and diplomandi. We really hope that the qualifications that you get has a meaning and impetus in your life going forward and contributes to the quality of life, not just your life, but the communities that you serve. And with these few words, I want to say thank you very much and enjoy the graduation ceremony. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to request you to confer degrees and award diplomas and certificates of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer the degrees and award the diplomas and certificates.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the higher certificate in vaccinology. Bonolo Patience, Pauline Gola, Marcus Mandla Maluleke,
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduate whose name appears in the program and has complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. Ebony Mamakhema Sefoka. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree of Bachelor of Speech Language Pathology and Audiology. Muketwa Managa. Karabo Matibela.
Congrats.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the postgraduate diploma in public health. Selaelo Troida Sishibe.
Hey. Au. King, congratulations. Au.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. Teto Situlwane Chenyana.
Congratulations.
Onda Yanga Guma.
Congrats.
Kenny Mashavela. Moeketsi Mashele. Merrick Khadi Manakano. Molebogeng Ephraim Morashwa.
Congratulations.
Tebogo Philmon Ntlapo. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the Bachelor of Science Honours Psychology. Mpho Mamello Mohale.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirement of the degree Bachelor of Pharmacy. Muhlari Wisdom Makaringi. Sianda Mzwandile Sibia.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Science. Matlako Katleko Fonu. Shama Sherinda. Mochudi Mwakanya.
Degree.
Tumoleng Dineo Moroel. Samantha Gaia. Tanya Lukuleni.
Congratulations.
Joanne Sibongile Mandi Maklobo. Shante Magelis. Alungile Zondo. Bongani Stephen Ndubane. Bonakele Tando Ntuli. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appears in the program and has complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Science Honors.
Dean, can you ask them to look at me? They don't look at me.
Eh?
Must make eye contact with the Chancellor. Okay.
Bongani William Nkosi.
No, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, congratulations. Good.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduate whose name appears in the program and has complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Dentistry in Orthodontics. Rampersad Yufti. Chancellor, the title of her dissertation is Perception of the Outcome of Bimaxillary Protrusion Treatment.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduate whose name appears in the program and has complied with the requirement of the degree Master of Audiology. Amogelang Emeralda Bunu. The title of her study is Exploring the Use of South African Sign Language amongst South African audiologists. The supervisors are Dr. M. De Jong and Ms. M. Dambi.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Nursing Science. Langanani Mashamba. The title of her dissertation, Perceptions of Registered Nurses Regarding Provision of Youth-Friendly Services for Adolescents Living with HIV and AIDS at Selected Clinics in Gauteng Province. The supervisors are Dr. T.N. Ramalepa and Ms. L. Letswalo. Maphala Mavis Machidza. The title of her dissertation is Experience of Nurse Managers in Managing Resources at an Academic Hospital in Gauteng Province during COVID-19 pandemic. Supervisor Dr. J.M.L. Malesela and Mr. K.P. Tukisi.
Congratulations.
Esther Mudise. The title of her dissertation is Factors Associated with Vulvovaginal Candidiasis among female students attending health clinic at University of Gauteng. The supervisor is Dr. J.M.L. Malesela. Hofa One Precious Mosesane. The title of her dissertation is Midwives' Perceptions and Experiences of Induction of Labor at a district hospital in Tshwane. The supervisors are Dr. R.F. Matevula and Dr. L. Motswasili Sikwane. Vivian Paddy Ngomane. The title of her dissertation, Clinical Learning Experience of Undergraduate Nursing Students During COVID-19 Pandemic at a University in Gauteng, South Africa. Supervisors, Dr. H.J. Fink and Dr. R.F. Matevula. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Public Health. Stembiso Mabuka. The title of her dissertation, Adherence to Prevention of Mother-to-Child Transmission Program During Pregnancy, Breastfeeding Period Among HIV-Positive Women in Johannesburg, and the supervisor is Dr. Lowane. Thabo Maile Madie. Oh, that's a Sotho surname. Thank you for correcting me. Madie. Right? The dissertation is a prevalence of oral manifestation related to human immunosuppression virus infection among adult patients in district hospitals, in a district hospital, Free State Province. Supervisors, Professor M.M. Mokhatle, co-supervisor, Professor N. Wood. Moshaisano Mapusha. The title of her dissertation is Stigma of and its effect on adolescent living with HIV in Makado Subdistrict, Vembe District, Limpopo. The supervisor is Professor M.M. Mokhatle and Dr. T.V. Simbeni. Maria Malike Mashila Nwaku. The title of her dissertation, perceptions and experience of allopathic health practitioners collaborating with traditional health practitioners on management in Bujanala district, and the supervisor, Professor Chelule. Tsepiso Nsimang, the title of her dissertation, Rea leboga mama, rea leboga mama, thank you. The title of her dissertation is Exploring Community Perception and Attitude Towards Gender-Based Violence in Ekurhuleni, and the supervisor is Prof. M. Mokhatle. Rilebohile Ellis Ntswane. The title of her dissertation, Experiences and Challenges of Adolescents Accessing Sexual Reproductive Health Services in Region D, Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality. The supervisor, Ms. M. Matibe, and Ms. T. Dlamini. Ngobile Gentleness Tsila. The title of her dissertation, Knowledge and Practices of Malaria Infection Prevention Among Residents of Mapungwane in the Libombo region, Eswatini. Supervisor, Prof. Chelule. Loma Lungelo Nelani Zwane. The title of her dissertation, Knowledge and Practices of Solid Waste Management at an Informal Settlement in Mbabane, Eswatini. Supervisor, Prof. Chelule. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduate whose name appears in the program and has complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Science in Dietetics. Mabutswe Blessing Ramaila. The title of her dissertation, Infant Feeding Practices and Knowledge Amongst Caregivers of Infants 0 to 24 months in Makudu Tamara Municipality Clinics, Sikukuni District, Limpopo, South Africa. The supervisors, Dr. M.C. Petla and Dr. S.M. Mukoni.
Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Science in Physiotherapy. Matsuo Emmanuel Sebate. The title of his dissertation, Demographic Exercises and Injury Profiles of Adolescent Soccer Players in Johannesburg, South Africa. Supervisors, Dr. M. Cochrane and Dr. B.F. Mjali. Mekia Samuel Senwamadi. The title of his dissertation, Prevalence, Nature, and Management of Pregnancy-Related Low Back Pain in Public Health Institutions in Mogalakwani, local municipality area, and its impact on health-related quality of life on pregnant women. Supervisors, Professor A. Human and Ms. F.M. Kotsokwani.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program as having complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Medicine. Chifiwa Stephen Mantada, Master of Medicine in Anesthesiology. The title of his dissertation is Perception and Understanding of Anesthetic Nurses of Their Role During Anesthetic and Surgical Procedures at a Teaching Hospital, supervised by Dr. J.M. Mutiang of SMU. Funzo the Blessed Machimana, Master of Medicine in Family Medicine. The dissertation, an audit of the completeness of the Road to Health booklet at Temba Community Health Center, Tshwane District, South Africa, supervised by Dr. S.L.N. Nyalunga of SMU, and co-supervised by Dr. E. Madela Mtla and Dr. Mzaumvila Mtla at SMU. Master of Medicine in Family Medicine allowed Mfumelo Mapiri, a dissertation profile of women seeking an intrauterine contraceptive device at a community health center in Pretoria, South Africa, supervised by Dr. Bongongo and Dr. Ngwani of SMU. Master of Medicine in Family Medicine, Wanda Mukhobo Moeletsi. Dissertations, Reasons for Premature Removal of Progestogen Implant Among Users at Temba CHC Tshwane District, supervised by Dr. Nyalunga and Dr. Ramuchele of SMU. Master of Medicine in Family Medicine to Maureen Naledi Mutupi. Dissertation, Doctor's Experience Regarding Patients' Referral to Tertiary Care in Pretoria, South Africa, supervised by Professor Ndimande and Dr. Ngwani and Bongongo of SMU. Master of Medicine in Family Medicine, Kwakombe Victor Njondo. Dissertation, Experiences of Women Who Underwent Voluntary Termination of Pregnancy at Moses Kotane Hospital in Bujanala District, supervised by Dr. Kabongo and Professor Tumbo of SMU. Master of Medicine in Family Medicine, Tandazile Zamanti September. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. A dissertation, Knowledge and Lifestyle Modifications for Dyslipidemia Among Patients on Statins in Pretoria, supervised by Professor Ndimande and Dr. Okonta of SMU. Master of Medicine in Internal Medicine to Ebele Antonia Akazi. Dissertation, Acute Oxygen Therapy, an audit of prescribing and delivering services practices in medical wards at Dr. George Mukhari Academic Hospital, Harangwa, Gauteng, supervised by Professor Mpe and co-supervised by Professor Tobola of SMU. Master of Medicine, Internal Medicine to Gikoso Stefani Gamizelo, am I right, correct? Okay. The determination of the prevalence of cryptococcus amongst HIV positive patients and compliance with management guidelines in an academic hospital in Gauteng, supervised by Dr. Mpahlele, co-supervised by Dr. Tobola and Dr. Mulauzi of SMU. Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology to Vasimanani Asumani. Dissertation, clinico-pathological profile of patients presenting with invasive cancer of the vulva at an academic hospital, Gauteng, South Africa, supervised by Dr. S. D. Musehle and Dr. Munukwane of SMU. Professor Munukwane, sorry. Master of Medicine in Pediatrics and Child Health to Onika Matsila Mutlatleti. Dissertation, Mother's Knowledge, Attitude and Practices in the Use of Donor's Breast Milk at Dr. George Mukhari Hospital, Pretoria, supervised by Dr. Ngwane. Master of Medicine in Psychiatry to Nonhlanhla Ketokuhle Ntumbe. The dissertation, the frequency and factors associated with prolonged length of stay among patients with cannabis-induced psychotic disorder at psychiatric unit supervised by Dr. Muluvu of SMU. Master of Medicine in Psychiatry to Chioma Abiageli Onya. Dissertation, caregiver burden and its determinants in relatives of patients with schizophrenia attending a psychiatric tertiary hospital in South Africa, supervised by Dr. Litole of SMU. Master of Medicine in Psychiatry to Zolelwa Cleopatra Phakathi Mahlangu, whose dissertation is the profile of patients presenting with parasuicide at Dr. George Mukhari Academic Hospital, supervised by Dr. Muluvu of SMU. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements for the degree of Science in Medicine. Kitumetse Bridget Beloved Mueng, Master of Medicine in Virological Pathology. The dissertation, the prevalence, disease severity, and the risk factors associated with severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2 breakthrough infections in vaccinated healthcare workers at a tertiary hospital in Gauteng, supervised by Dr. Simani and Dr. Mafuyeka of SMU. For this one, I would request the congregation to please stand up. I'm presenting the former student Mohlali Mutali Lifresa, who received the degree of Master of Science in Medicine, Anatomy posthumously. This is done as a token of respect to the family of the deceased. His dissertation was the sonographic description of anatomy related to the infiltration between the popliteal and the capsule of the knee block, supervised by Dr. Govenda Davis and Dr. Pillay Adinal of SMU. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Master of Science in Medicine, Anatomy to Naledi Tobani. The dissertation, Effects of Intrauterine Alcohol Exposure in 3-week rat mandible, supervised by Professor Ndou and Dr. Pillay of SMU. Master of Medicine in Hematological Pathology to Tsofatso Erika Mashila. The dissertation is determining the human leukocyte antigen genotypes in people with hemophilia and their possible association with the development of inhibitors, supervised by Dr. Glover and co-supervised by Dr. Garodia, Ms. Asalimo, Ms. Yaris of SMU, and Professor Potgieter of UP.
Congratulations.
Master of Science in Medicine, Microbiology to Glory Tintswalo Mhlari. Dissertation, Investigation of Group A Streptococcus isolates collected at Polokwane Mankweng Laboratory Complex in 2022, supervised by Ms. Hasha and co-supervised by Professor Nchabeling and Ms. Kosa of SMU. Master of Science in Medicine Physiology to Ananias Musimani Ranamani. The dissertation, The Association of Alcohol Intake with the Cardiometabolic Profile of Black South African Heart Failure Patients with Preserved Ejection Fraction, supervised by Dr. Zatu and co-supervised by Dr. Scott of SMU. Master of Science in Medicine, Medical Virology to Senegugu Nosipo Mbata. The dissertation, investigating the interaction between rotavirus P6 strain and histoblood group antigen in saliva of children from birth to 14 weeks at Okasi Primary Health Care Center, supervised by Dr. Ragau Nondela and Professor Sihiri of SMU.
Good.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and has complied with requirement of the degree Master of Pharmacy. Linda Nosipo Kekani. Wait. The title is Investigating the Influence of Natural Sugar Co-formers on the Solubility of Artemether and Mifloquine. The supervisor is Dr. Milner, SMU, and Dr. Okamp, SMU.
Congratulations.
Dineo Mojwadi Lishilo. Her title is Physiochemical Properties of Bedaquiline Solid State Forms. Supervisor, Dr. Milner and Mr. Poker. Dineo Vivian Raisetse Mahwali. The title of her dissertation is Investigating Vaccination-Related Decision-Making amongst Public Sector School Teachers, School Educators in South Africa. Supervisor, Mr. Jackson Mahlaba, Prof. J.C. Mayer, and Prof. R.J. Bennett. Semakaleng IV Tererai, impact of an intervention to reduce prescription rejection rates by a designated service provider of the centralized chronic medicine dispensing and distribution program in Tshwane District, Gauteng Province, Prof. Silente Bezwedinhout, and Ms. Elvira, supervisors. Seti Mhlalao Kekana. Her dissertation is Review of the Extraordinary Price Increase Policy for Medicines in South Africa Private Sector. Supervisor, Prof. M. Matala, Dr. Sibanda, and Mr. Gaula.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Master of Science. Master of Science in Biochemistry, Lesiba Thabo Lekwati. Dissertation, antiviral activity of 3 medicinal plants commonly used to treat colds and flu, and molecular docking studies of identified compounds at selected targets, supervised by Dr. V.C. Tibane and Professor S.S. Gololo of SMU. Congrats. Lebohang Valentia Monama, dissertation, pro-apoptotic anti-cancer mechanism induced by Wabugia salutaris leaf extracts on selected cancer cell lines, supervised by Dr. E.H. Mate and Professor L.J. Shai. Kamogelo Charmaine Pitts. And the dissertation, anti-diabetic effects of Moringa oleifera leaf extracts on the synthesis and secretion on insulin in insulinoma pancreatic beta cells. Supervised by Dr. A.H. Kopa and Professor L.J. Shai. Master of Science in Mathematics, Ngwepe Dora. Dissertation, approximation of common solution for split variational inclusion and fixed point problems in real Banach spaces. Supervised by Professor M. Apane and co-supervised by Dr. L.O. Jalosho. Master of Science in Physics, Seipati Rasemola. Dissertation, synthesis and characterization of metal oxide coated or doped manganese-rich cathode materials for lithium-ion battery, supervised by Professor M.R. Mklongo and co-supervised by Professor M.A. Kebede. Is that all?
Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Nkabani Nkolongo Dimakatso Elizabeth, who complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health. The title of her thesis adaptability and acceptability of embodied conversational agents using the GABI Health Information Technology System to improve their sexual reproductive health for adolescent girls and young women in Lesotho. Supervisors, Professor M. Mokatle and Professor B. Jack from Boston University in the United States of America.
Should I say?
I would now like to invite the supervisor to read the citation. Prof. Mokatle.
Elizabeth Nkabani Ngolongo's research explored the adaptability and acceptability of using embodied conversational agents as health promotion tools for delivering sexual reproductive health education for adolescent girls and young women in Lesotho. In her series of 3 published articles in accredited international peer-reviewed journal with a team of colleagues from SMU here at home, Boston University, and Northeastern University from the US, she adapted the US-based conversational agent GABI to create the Ntabi health promotion application for use in Lesotho. Technical adaptations were made to deploy Ntabi on smartphones and instead of the standard use on computer screens, as was done in the initial prototype of this version. The Lesotho version of the application is fully downloadable on users' mobile phones. Ntabi is the first conversational agent system to be used to deliver evidence-based health promotion and education in the Southern Africa region. She is currently working to secure intellectual property for the output.
That's good.
Okay, Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health to Dr. Elizabeth Dimakazo Nkolongo Nkabane.
I hereby confer. Oh, it's low. I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health. Now, this is the important part that's coming. With all the associated rights and privileges on the candidate. All the associated rights and privileges. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Rauta Undine Susan, who complied with the requirement of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Physiotherapy. The title of her thesis, Developing a Model for Preventing Pressure Sore Ulcers Among Young Learners with Paraplegia Attending a Special School in the Northwest Province, South Africa. The supervisor, Dr. D. Mate, whom I would like to invite to the stage to read the citation.
Mr. Chancellor, the candidate used a qualitative, exploratory, and descriptive method to develop a model for preventing pressure ulcers in learners with paraplegia attending a special school in the Northwest. The research examined the experiences of learners, caregivers, health professionals, and teachers identifying key risk factors, barriers, and facilitators in implementing effective prevention strategies. The findings show that advanced pressure ulcers negatively affect learners' health, education, and participation, leading to poor goal attainment. In addition, caregivers and professionals experience co-traumatization impacting their role and daily lives. The study identified multiple factors influencing prevention and care strategies, including societal perception, access to health care, peer support, and communication. Central to the developed model is the interaction of general health, biomedical, and biomechanical factors determining outcomes like skin integrity and participation. The study recommended a shift towards preventative care, incorporating strategies such as ensuring a hygienic school environment, capacity building, healthcare access, disability management, resource availability, collaboration, psychosocial support, peer support, and promoting positive societal attitude. By implementing the mentioned strategies, the model aims to reduce the incidence and severity of pressure ulcers, enabling learners with paraplegia to fully participate in education, social life, and sport. The study also highlighted the need for improved training of health professionals and educators in special needs settings. The study's outcomes have already been published in an accredited journal and presented at more than 2 local and 2 international conferences. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree. Congratulations.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Matebula Hlaiseka Mukesh, who complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacy. The title of the thesis was Unlicensed and Off-Label Medicine Use in Infants 0 to 2 years of age, a quantitative medicine utilization review in South Africa. The supervisor was Professor Mdiye Matlala and Professor Natalie Shelek of UP. I'll go on and read the citation. Mr. Matebula conducted a comprehensive point prevalence study to analyze medication usage patterns in children aged 0 to 2 years in the public and private sectors. This retrospective study, conducted between February and July 2022, used a mobile application to collect patient data, including demographics, treatment duration, diagnosis, and prescribed medicine. The appropriateness of the prescribed medicines was rigorously evaluated against the South African Medicine Formulary and other relevant guidelines. Additionally, in the private sector, prescription data for pediatric patients aged 0 to 2 provided by a pharmaceutical benefit management company were also analyzed for 6 months from January 2022 ending in June 2022. The data set included patient age, prescription details, and corresponding ICD codes. The study findings indicated that the prevalence of off-label and unlicensed medicine use in South African children is indeed high. The study's results show that 2 in 5 children between the ages of 0 to 2 often consume off-label and unlicensed medicines in South Africa healthcare sector. The study produced 2 articles that were published in peer-reviewed journals. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you, please confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacy to Mr. Matebula.
I confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacy. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Butilezi Nana Millicent Duduzile, who complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Botany. Title of the thesis, Biostimulant Effect of Moringa oleifera Seed Extracts on Morphological, Physiological, and Biochemical Properties of Laesetia fructescens under different environmental conditions. Supervised by Professor L.L. Mugovisha and Professor S. Gololo. I now have the pleasure, Mr. Chancellor, to invite Professor Mugovisha to read her citation.
The aim of the study was to assess the biostimulant efficacy of moringa seed extract on the morphological, physiological, and biochemical constituents of cancer bush cultivated under different environmental conditions. The findings showed that the moringa seed extract was rich in osmoprotectants, which neutralize reactive oxygen species, promote plant productivity and tolerance to environmental stress, making the moringa seed extracts a vigorous plant biostimulant. Different levels of water stress showed that deficit irrigation significantly reduced the growth and productivity of cancer bush plants. However, the foliar application of the moringa seed extract effectively enhanced the growth, yield attributes, the relative water content, and crop water productivity of the deficit irrigation stressed plants compared to respective controls. It was concluded from the study that the moringa seed extract was an effective natural biostimulant to improve the physiological and biochemical attributes of cancer bush plants under favorable environmental conditions. Recommendations made from the study are that the moringa seed extract could be applied alone or in combination with salicylic acid as an effective alternative to synthetic chemicals for sustainable cultivation of medicinal plants under favorable or environmental stress conditions. The study produced 3 articles that were published in peer-reviewed journals. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Botany.
I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Botany to you with all the rights and privileges. Thank you. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Malebie Wilson Plage Ramochwane, who complied with the requirements of the degree of philosophy, the Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics. Title of the thesis, Statistical Methods on Perceived Stress, Coping Strategies, and Impact Online Teaching Among Students at Gauteng University of Technology post-coronavirus 19 pandemic. supervised by Dr. T.S. Ntuli, Dr. M.M. Mochwane, and Professor S.M. Seletse. And I have the singular honor to call on Dr. Ntuli to read the citation.
Wilson Plachi research focused on exploring the perception of the University of Technology student concerning the perceived stress, coping mechanism, and the online teaching during the COVID pandemic. Mr. Malebe, he employed advanced statistical techniques and biostatistical models. The findings of the research indicated that 90% of the students experience moderate to high stress level, with gender identified as a significant predictor. While the student found online learning engaging and appreciated the opportunity for interaction with the well-prepared instructors, they face challenges such as inadequate access to the device, the family distractions, and unreliable internet connectivities. The conclusion of the study was that the participants cope with high stress through blended of effective and ineffective strategies, highlighting the urgent need for the university management to address the barriers to online teaching. The findings of this have resulted in 2 publications. The Chancellor of the University. I now present to you Wilson Plachi Ramutswane Malebe to confer the degree.
I hereby confer the degree with all its rights and privileges. So you've got privileges now. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Mokwena Oratilwe Penwell, who complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics. Title of the thesis, Application of Multi-Attribute Failure Mode Analysis and Analytical Hierarchy Process Methods in Identification of the Challenges Faced by the Small-Scale Dairy Farmers in Bojanala Platinum District, Northwest Province, South Africa. Supervised by Dr. T.S. Ntuli, Dr. T. Ramarumo, and Professor S. Seletse. I now would call on Dr. T. Ramarumo to read the citation.
Chancellor, after the BSc and BSc honors degrees from SMU and MSc from Stellenbosch University, Oratilwe Penwell Mokwena embarked on this PhD study. In this study, he interrogated advanced mathematical methods of statistics, biostatistics, and industrial engineering in applications of farming and agriculture. This investigation was simulated by declining levels of milk produced by small dairy farmers of the Bojanala district. Oratilwe combined classical methods, multi-attribute failure mode analysis, and analytic hierarchy process to develop a model for failure minimization in the small-scale dairy industry. He then further proposed that for small-scale farmers to remain viable and resilient in the market, they need to collaborate among themselves. Motho ki motho ka batho. Oratilwe managed to produce 4 publications during his study from the thesis, and then 7 more after the study completion. He has further presented at international and local conferences, demonstrating the skills and passion for the field. In total, he has over 13 publications, direct and indirect, to the study. Currently, he has 2 accepted publications and 5 in review for possible consideration for publication. This publication resulted from the newly developed methods that emerged from the synergies of the theoretical methods and the theoretical method he researched. Chancellor, I present to you Oratilwe Penwell Mokoena to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics.
I hereby confer the degree Doctoral of Philosophy in Statistics to you with all the rights and privileges. Congratulations.
We'll just take a brief break, and the choir, if you could give us a song, please.
This one. Where are we going? Well, I'm going back. I'm not finished.
Ngena nathi
Are they continuing? Okay, after that short interlude, Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Lion Gladness Nteboheng, who complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology. Title of the thesis, Trace Metals, Health Status and Relationship with Reproductive Hormones, Estradiol and Progesterone of obese females living around industrial areas in Pretoria, South Africa. Supervised by Professor J.O. Olowoyo of the Florida Gulf Coast University, Fort Myers, USA, and also a research associate at Sefaka Makato Health Sciences University. Co-supervisor, late Professor G.A. Ogubanjo of SMU. Chancellor, it is now my pleasure to invite Professor Mugebisha to read the citation.
The study investigated the levels of selected trace metals in blood of obese females living around different industrial areas, which included the mining areas, coal-fired power stations, and non-industrial sites, and their relationship in regulating reproductive hormones in obese individuals. The study further assessed the health status of the obese individuals with a view to establishing the impact of the industrial activities on the levels of trace metals recorded in the blood of the obese females. The findings showed that different industrial activities may produce and increase different types of trace metals as pollutants in the environment. The blood results of the participants showed high levels of trace metals which exceeded permissible limits by the World Health Organization. Continuous exposure to trace metals as pollutants in people living around such areas may have negative health implications in individuals from those areas. 4 publications in peer-reviewed journals emanated from the study. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology to Ms. Lyon.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology to you, and it comes with all the rights and privileges. Congratulations. rise now for the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa. Do we take off this? I have a special privilege in that I could keep you standing for the whole day if I so wished. But because I'm feeling very kind and compassionate today, I'll save you that pain. But you know, we gathered to witness the graduation ceremony this morning, this afternoon, of so many of our people who keep on improving their situation. Academically, at work, they keep on improving their teaching capacities and capabilities. And at home and in the community, they keep on encouraging others to come on this journey of academic improvement, capability improvement, in the interest of improving our country. And so I'd like to thank you, those who have come to join us this morning, this afternoon, for this occasion. For many people, it sounds like a small thing, but it's big. For those of you who have already published in peer-reviewed journals, I offer my hearty congratulations to you. And encourage the others to come along. A small little matter. I was observing as some of the dissertations were being summarized to us, that actually there is the case to be made for a stronger collaboration between ourselves and some of the senior civil servants in government who work in the relevant fields, the senior ones. Forget about the Director General, I meant at the Chief Director level. There was one case here, I could almost imagine a supervisor from the National Treasury who deals with issues which are relevant to that dissertation. So please do reach out to them. I know we don't like them all the time, but some of the time we like them. And I encourage to go and sniff out for them. You'll find that they bring something to the table. Therefore, at this hour, in terms of the powers vested in me by the relevant act, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the Sefako Mahato University of Health Sciences. And I thank you very much for your attendance. Thank you. Yeah.
Viva